There will be times in your life when you look back at your life with regret, feeling like your past mistakes define you. I want to stop you right there because today I will share the secret to finding your power even when you feel powerless. You are so much more than any single moment in your past. I want to show you how to truly start embracing the woman that you are today. First, you are not just one moment. We all have moments in our life that we wish we could rewrite. But when we define ourselves by that one chapter, we forget that our story is still unfolding. We judge our life based on that one scene. And deep down inside, we want to believe we have an existence beyond that one moment that makes us feel so unworthy. Unless we stop replaying that memory in our mind, we will never be more than that one moment. There's so much more to our life story. We have also overcome and evolved. If we could just get past those insecurities that keep running in the background of our mind and feel compassion for our loss, our anger, our loneliness. Can you imagine what it would be like if you choose to decide what other things that you want to define you? This was especially challenging to me when I decided that I wanted to do what everyone said I shouldn't. They were all scaring me into submission, telling me my future would be miserable. When we're doing something different, there is an opportunity for insecurity, doubt, and fear, and failure to remind us that we are not equipped to step into that something new, that something different. But today, I am so grateful that I didn't let other people choose my life story. It took courage, determination, and perseverance to push through my fears, tears, and climb out of that abyss. Ask yourself this question: what other moments do I want to invite into my life? Instead of replaying the past, what future am I writing now? My message here, especially for women over 60, we have lived through many seasons and deep waters. The one mistake does not define a lifetime. The future is still open. The second point I want to make is own your whole story, not just the good parts. For so long, I believed I wanted to erase my past. I wanted a fresh start. But the truth is, the most powerful version of you isn't the one who ignores what happened. It's the one who owns every part of her journey. You are not just a woman who made mistakes. You are a woman who has loved, learned, grown, and survived. And every part of that belongs to you. I had to change the way I showed up to myself and to the world. Those incremental commitments that I made to myself were how I began to change the narrative of my life story. I faced opposition, rejection, and yes, even ridicule. But I also began to make an impact on people I didn't even know. That's when I realized that there is a watching world, and I began to take myself seriously. That's when I wrote my book, I self-published it, and then opportunities for podcast interviews showed up with compassion. My message: instead of hiding your past regrets, embrace them because they are part of your full and beautiful story. My third point: you can't reinvent yourself with missing ingredients. So many of us try to do a fresh start by pretending we're someone new. But the real invention here comes from using everything you already have. Imagine you're cooking a meal. If you ignore the ingredients in your kitchen, you really can't make anything of any value. The same goes for life. You don't need to be someone else. You need to own what's already in you and create something powerful from it. This is who I am. I have gone through divorce at 60, and I have to own it if I am to live authentically. I don't want to reinvent a version of myself that requires me to pretend to be someone else. Similarly, you have to fight to really accept the truth of who you are. That stuff that you hide has power over you. And when you are willing to look at what you have to work with within you and be compassionate to yourself instead of punishing yourself, that is when you take your power back. That is when you find value in your experiences. And honestly, unless you see that for yourself, you can't expect anyone else to see it. So, my message here is, instead of wishing for a different past, use all of your experiences to build something new. My fourth point, stop giving your power to the past. Every time you replay your past mistakes, you are handing over your power. Imagine if you could take back that energy and put it into something meaningful today. I have felt fear at the very idea of doing something different. And maybe my mom didn't have the courage to do that, or never talked about her aspirations about perhaps becoming a caterer or an interior designer. Our family paradigms have shaped the way we see ourselves. What would that look like for you? Would you start painting again? Would you take that real estate course? Would you offer your cooking expertise and teach a class in your community? How about just loving yourself more? This is not an overnight transition, but every minimal, viable step leads you closer to your calling. And just like that, you begin to shine your light a little brighter every day. The past has taken enough. Don't let it steal your future too. My message here, women over 60 have so much life ahead. Yes, because we're living longer, we're healthier, and we've got more up here and more ambition in here. So don't waste energy feeding the past. The past is not your prison, it's your teacher. Every moment that you have lived has brought you to the woman that you are today. So instead of looking back with regret, ask yourself, what will I do with the time I have now? That is where your power lies. If this resonated with you, please like, share, and subscribe. I'm Stella. Thank you for being here, and I look forward to seeing you in my next video. Take good care and have an empowered week.